Go ahead.
Am I clear?
Yep.
2, 3. What up, world? Calling California Correctional Facility. As you see, it's JD McNeely. I just called to tell you the truth about a few things. Uh, I want to start off with June 2nd because it's just right around the corner. That's what I'm going to be talking about. Real. Some of the stuff a lot of them might not want to hear, might not want to listen to, might not think it's important. But, we got situations like, our people being shot down in the street, uh, lied on in the course, cheated, all this type of stuff going on. And, a lot of us, when the police kill one of us, we'd be like, I agree to go out and riot and loot and all that stuff, but we don't want to go out and vote. We don't want to, do what we need to do. And everybody want to talk about the problem, but don't nobody want to talk about the solution. And right now, I'm in here because I was lied on, and I'm fighting for my freedom right now. I got 72 to life. I'm fighting for my freedom, and I got the evidence, and it's like the courts, they still don't want to hear it. So, you know, I'll get back to that at another time. But right now, I want to talk about June 2nd. Like I said, that's right around the corner. And right now in Alameda County, we got the race, we got the DA race going on. If whoever gets 51% won't have to go, they won't have to go to a runoff. You know what I mean? As far as we got the primaries for like the governor's race, with California and all that. I'll elaborate on that too. My points on that. I know a lot of people are probably undecided, um, but I'll elaborate on that. But right now, like I said, I want to get to June 2nd about what's going on in Alameda County with the DA's race. Y'all being lied to. Y'all have been lied to. Y'all still being lied to. You know, they say that Madam DA Pamela Price was soft on crime and that she was this, that, whatever. You know what I mean? Because they just wanted her out of office, and they telling everybody that Oakland would be a better place. You know, she's the DA for the whole Alameda County, but they concentrate on Oakland because that's where the majority of the crime and with things going on, it's the biggest city in Alameda County. But I want to tell y'all some things, man. Tell y'all some stuff. First of all, if she was letting people out of jail like that, I would have been out. Don't get me wrong, some people got out, but know the numbers, know the truth. The recidivism rate for people that did over 10 years is less than 2%. You know what I mean? And they not resentencing people. They telling people, oh, she letting people out of criminals out of jail. That's why Oakland going wild. How's Oakland going wild? Because of people are being resentenced. That's the laws. It's not her that's making the laws. She's following the laws. It's the legislators that are making the laws. The DAs that's in there now, they wanted her out of office because she was tying their hands. She was making them follow the law, saying that people need to be resentenced, saying that people don't have to be charged, overcharged. Okay, someone commits a crime. Okay, give them the time for the crime. Don't say, okay, because these fear-mongering politicians want to say, oh, well, we want to give them these enhancements to give them 100 years. I got 72 to life. I got 72 to life. I'm in here. I was charged with attempted murder, which was really a self-defense case. I was charged with attempted murder and second-degree murder. And I'll get back into that. I'll tell y'all about that. But right now, like I said, I want to talk about what's going on with this race. Because they're telling y'all, oh, she's being soft on crime. When it was a shooting in Union City, Fremont, out that way. It was all in the news. I know a lot of you probably heard about it. A lot of you didn't. The man, he was from Colorado. He was helping his wife move in, his ex-wife move in, and he got it. The neighbor came over there tripping with him, I guess, and he shot him. But he was threatening their lives. And I don't know what weapons he had, but he came over there threatening their life, and they said, oh, Pamela Price, she's soft on crime. See, she gave this man self-defense. She didn't charge him. She said it was self-defense. Okay, if it was self-defense, then it was self-defense. It's self-defense cases right now that happen that they're not telling you about that I know of personally. I just get, I don't really want to go into it because then people are like, oh, well, you point to stuff, but something happened not too long ago on 98. They told you part of the story. The news, they told you part of the story. Oh, it was a shooting over there. 2 people died. That's all you heard. They didn't tell you that one of the people that was shot, one person shot one person that I kind of grew up with, that I know since he was a youngster. He died, and the person that shot him, somebody else shot him, and it was self-defense because he shot this man and he was threatening them. And they took him in for questioning. They seen it was self-defense. You haven't heard about this because they're not coming after this DA in here. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But I'm gonna tell you this. My cousin was killed in 2022. My cousin Eric Brown was killed. A lot of people know about it. A lot of people may not have heard about it. Him and mother of his daughter was killed. It was her brother that killed both of them. They say it was an accident that he shot her, but he killed my cousin. This was in 2022. That's a double homicide. Whether it was a second degree murder, whether it was a manslaughter, they charge you for manslaughter. I'll tell you this: you haven't heard about it, but the youngster, I ain't gonna say he's a youngster, he was an adult. The person that killed them, he's out right now because he only got 6 years. You haven't heard about this. These are not, they're because they're not coming after Ursula Jones Dixon. They're not coming after her, the DA of Alameda County right now. Now, let me get to the reason why they're not coming after her and why they're coming after Pamela Price so hard and with so much money. If you know what's going on in Alameda County, you know that DA Pamela Price has filed charges on numerous police officers for misconduct and for other incidents, other things. Okay, now if you know further what's going on, Ursula Jones Dixon has dropped the charges on the majority of those officers, those Oakland police officers. Uh, it's only, I think, only 2 of the officers that, like 3 of them, I think that she did, 2 or 3 of them that she didn't drop the charges on, but the charges are so egregious she can't get around it. But that's the reason why they were coming after Miss Pamela Price and why they are not coming after Ursula Jones Dixon, because she's not for the people. I got I got to go into a whole thing later on, and I'm not going to be able to get into it now because I don't have much time, and I'm not, this. I'm going to break it down to you bit by bit. But this system is set up in a way. I'm gonna tell you why. When you hear about the police, the police shot the unarmed person of color over here, and they're on administrative leave with pay right now, and you be wondering, how the hell are they on administrative leave and they shot somebody, they murdered somebody? If that was, they don't make sense. And then you're trained to say, oh, well, it was the police, so it's okay. No, it's not okay, because they are governed by the same laws we're governed by, but the laws, yes, but the system, the unspoken, the, the unspoken word, the unspoken politics and the culture of what's going on. I'm gonna break that down for you later. But you're probably wondering, why are these police? Why are they not being arrested? Why are they not fired? Why are they on administrative leave? And per their contract, per all police union contracts with departments, they cannot fire a police officer without giving them 2 weeks notice with pay, unless they are charged, unless the DA filed charges. So if the DA is in the police union's back pocket, they don't have to worry about that. Now, if you want to look something up, you see where I'm talking about, and see that I'm not BSing you, look up Gypsy Police. That's what these police do. When they do egregious stuff, so egregious that the police department be like, okay, yeah, we're going to have to let you go, but we're going to put you on 2 weeks administrative leave. A lot of times, the Oakland Police Department is so corrupt, they don't even get let go. As long as the DA don't file charges, it's just business as usual. And if you think I'm playing, make sense of this. Why the police officer that blew the whistle on the rioters Why did he have to leave the department? Why did he have to go to Piedmont Police Department? If he blew the whistle on some corrupt police and they put them on trial, why did he have to leave the department? If that don't make sense. It makes sense because the department is corrupt. The culture is corrupt. That's why the federal conservatorship that the police department, it's not over. It's supposed to have been over years ago, but they can't get around. They keep getting caught. They keep getting into stuff, and they're like, man, and they still trying to come off from under it. Like, oh, well, we can. No, why? You guys keep getting caught for doing egregious things, malfeasance, and crime and corruption. It's ridiculous. And look at Fam Tran. They just dropped some of the Ursula Jones Dixon. She just dropped some of the charges on Tran Pham. If you know who Tran Pham is, he's the Oakland police detective that got caught paying witnesses $2,000 to come and lie, to come testify. One of the ladies, yeah, well, he did pay me, and I lied. They asked me, did I understand the DA? They asked me, did I know him? And I said no, but actually I went to school with him. And I read another story, another article where he tried to get a lady to lie. She's not going away. I don't think she's going away. It was a mother. Her son was in jail, and he tried to get her to lie. She had witnessed a murder, but she didn't see the person's face. And Pham Tran tried to bribe her and say, well, your son is in jail. We can look the other way on a robbery, but we can't look the other way on a murder. She's like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not going to lie on another woman's son. You know what I mean? No, I'm not going to do that. And she blew the whistle on him. And he was trying to get her to clean up her statement because her statement said, I didn't see the face. I seen the man shoot the man. He stood over him and he shot him again. Bam, 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 bam. And he took off and he went that way. But he never turned around. He had a hoodie on. She gave him a description of the clothes and everything, but she never seen the face. They try to get her to lie. This is the Oakland police culture. This is what they do. This is what I'm dealing with right now. I'll be back to you to break a lot of this down, to tell you, I'm going to try to do the research and try to help fix the problem. I'm going to tell you why the judges are not fair. To make a long story short, it's because the DAs and the police are the ones that vote them in, because we don't vote for them. I know the first time I voted, I want to go into all that about how a lot of people are still under the impression that felons can't vote. I voted the first time I voted, I was a felon, 2008. I was in the county jail. Now, under Prop 17, made it to where we already knew felons could vote. Well, you probably didn't know, all of you, I don't know if you knew or not, but in California, felons could vote. Only way you can't vote in California is if you are in prison. You can vote from Prop 17, I believe it was, made it to where parolees can even vote. Before, you couldn't vote if you were on parole or if you were in prison. Now, one less obstacle out the way. Now you can vote on parole. You just can't vote in prison. But my first time voting, I remember, I only checked two boxes, the president and the mayor. The judges, I didn't check the box for the judges. I didn't check the box for the mayors. I knew who some of the city councilmen were. I might have checked the boxes for some of them, but I didn't check the box for none of the judges. At that time, I didn't even really know much about the DA. I think it was, I couldn't remember who was in, but I don't even know if the DA was running at the time. But that's what we do, because we don't know what's going on. My time is up, but I'll be back to you. And I'm gonna start helping do some research for you, so you can start finding out who these candidates are. They might come, and they don't like to be exposed, so they might come for me before my next time coming back. But I'm gonna try my best, so we can start doing this, so we can start finding out who is who. I'm telling you, things will start changing if we start voting, and if we start putting it out there, letting people know the truth of what's going on, because they don't want you to know the truth. And believe me, while I've been sitting in here, I've been here for 13 years. Like I said, I got 72 to life. I've been doing my research. I've been finding out the truth. I want to share it with you. Take care of yourself. God bless.